Irene Watson, Jackson Schoolhouse. My question is for you, the town solicitor. The application that Invenergy did to the EFSB cites the water supply as being Pasco. So if they can't get the water from Pasco, and we know now they can't get the water from Harrisville, do they have to rewrite something to the EFSB because they changed their water source? Does that change things?
I would argue that they would have to, I mean, if they're going to look for alternate water sources that involve the town, I can't imagine that wouldn't they have to start all over again? I mean, they can't address that. I mean, they have to have public hearings like they did last night for Harrisville. So you can't just go in, right, and...
Well, I think if you look at some of the answers that were given to some of the questions that have already been posted, that there has been indication that they were going to look for, quote, alternate water sources as well as Pasco when they were still talking about Pasco. So,
tried that last night.
yeah, so I would have to assume that...
If I may, to cite Ocean State Power difficulty to find water, they were unable to find water within the town of Burrillville. They had to go to the Blackstone River. Why would it change today?
I would think that
Except for the dirty wells is the only reason it changed. That's
But they're not even being honest and forthcoming in terms of identifying what their intentions are. So if you look at what happened in North Smithfield, they were denied the permits.
From Long Lake, that's impossible. It's a public water supply. There's no
I would
way.
suggest that it's certainly more difficult for them because they can't find water. You know, whether the EFSB, if they come up with some other alternative, it's our job to see whether that alternative is reasonable or not, like we've been doing with all the other things that they've been proposing. And we make the case to the EFSB, if they come up with some wild cockeyed idea of bringing water in from Massachusetts or something.
Douglas or someplace
You know,
like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
who
something
knows?
they can propose, whether the DFP buys that or not. I doubt they would, because it's such a hardship and it could cause a problem somewhere else. But don't ever underestimate them. They certainly can come up with another potential option. That doesn't mean it's going to stick. That doesn't mean it's going to be something the EFSB...
But I was just wondering if that would mean that they would have to do another application, because in this application, it just cites Pasco. It doesn't give any other alternative
I don't know the
water
answer to
source.
that, but I can ask McElroy and see if he's got an opinion about it and see. I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to give you the wrong answer.
The other thing that was mentioned, you know, like you hear a lot of rumors, and there was a mention of possibly Smithfield being a source of water or Woonsocket, and possibly wanting to IR a wastewater treatment plant, because that's been done in the past at other facilities. And then the fourth option that I heard was to do something where they use fans instead of water. So if that was the case, they would never be able to stay under our 43 decibel. I was just wondering if they change, you know, like if you go in with one plan and then you change a major portion of a plan like that.
It's certainly going to be problematic for them, whether it kills the project, I can't tell you
But,
that.
I mean, certainly the administration will refer that question if they
can make amendments to it.
to Mike McElroy for a better opinion on that.
Yeah, I'll get a better answer
I'm
for you.
curious about that too.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.